Alright, so first and foremost, I want to give our praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakah, Kodesh, and Sidam, and the apostles and elders that great merchant rule well, our teachers, our apostles in the truth. We say salutations to the Akim, to the pushing within the truth, and to say the in and the out. You know, constantly in season or season, we say, Shalom. Once again, we outside there to prophesy. We don't follow this wicked kingdom, this wicked place. You know what the scriptures say, we in this wicked world. You understand? And you know, we also here to edify the elect and to wake up our people, you know, back to the rightful mind. You know, them that will wake up, them that will way back up to the righteous state. You understand? Which is the elect, right? Is something something?
Yeah, that's not what you said, bro. We just talking about.
No. Give me a second as well. Start from 15 verse 1. Like, go to the prophecies. Yeah, because at this particular moment, what is going around the world is plagues, pestilences, you know, diseases, all these things are going about. It's the as you can see, the disease that happening in China at this particular moment, it's spreading like wildfire, you know. It is going all over. I was watching a video, I ended up doing a video on it as well too, where the Chinese, how they were scanning them with the scanner on the plane, you know, yeah, the thermal scanners. And as you say me when I watch a video, when I watch a video the first time, you know what comes to your mind is that the same way they scanning for the virus, will be scanning for the chip. You understand? Because when I watch a video, you see how they taking the scanner and, you know, passing it on the forehead. On the forehead, and when the scriptures talk about it in Revelation 13, you see it's they do on the forehead and so forth. See, it's already seen the system how they can implement it for the chip. You understand? That what the apostles say we need our prophecy. You understand? That is a heavy thing that we're supposed to be speaking upon prophecies, because we'll be seeing those prophecies. Before you go into that scripture, matter of fact, bring it up.
If I can say that, you see how they had to scan people. The first thing they would say is that if the people had the chip, they wouldn't have to scan them that way. They would automatically know if they were sick, because they would say the chip would be able to pick up all those different things in your body.
That's right.
A second, just 15 verse 1, it says, Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy.
So it says, speak now in the ears of people prophecy. So when you come inside here, that is what we do. We speak to these people and what? Prophecy, to prophesy. You understand? Yeah. That's why you know when the scriptures say the prophets prophesy lies, because you know the things that bring out is not of the scriptures. Yeah. So when you're outside here, we should be prophesying the things to come, the things that are going to happen. You know? Right. Well,
yeah. Which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord.
Yeah, which you put in the mouth of the Lord. Right? So it is in His word. You understand? The Lord ain't going to come jump down and tell you, hey, you know, in the next 2 years, they're going to have this disease. In the next 3-6 months, no. No, it's written here. And when it's written here is the men of the Lord will be bringing it out. Yeah. To edify, to teach you, to tell you what it is, to give you that warning. Scripture say the Lord do what? The Lord set up his watchmen. You understand? The Lord set up his watchmen. But
I say, and also in Matthew 10, I say, what I tell you in the air, you must make it public unto the people. That's powerful.
Yeah, done. But
say verse 2, right? 2 John 15, verse 2, it say, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true.
So he caused them to be written in what? In paper, because they are faithful and true. These words, they are what? Faithful and true. Because everything we see, it coming to pass. You know, everything that is written coming to pass. And even like let me just say like nature bear witness like that, like the flood and so forth. Yeah. All these things happen and it was proven that it did happen. You understand that these things did take place. The flood, Sodom and Gomorrah, all these things did take place. Yeah. It was factual. So you say let them be written on paper because they are faithful and true. Because it will happen. They say though it tarry, wait, because it will come. You know, it's roughly paraphrasing. Right? It will come, it must happen. The Lord said these things will not come back to him or void. Right? So these things have to happen. So when you see like pestilences, diseases, all these things is because the Lord already mentioned that. The Lord said that would happen. You know? Second just 15. Right?
From 5.
Hold on. Let's keep on going. Yeah.
Alright, it says verse 3, it says, fear not the imagination against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee.
Yeah, go ahead.
It says, for all the unfaithful shall die in the unfaithfulness.
So all the unfaithful shall die in unfaithfulness because they didn't believe. You know, I watching with the diseases and all these things that passing. You see people laughing, people thinking it's a joke, people thinking it's a game. You understand? Putting up the memes, thinking everything is a joke. So that's Lord let the unfaithful die in the unfaithfulness. Because they you know, they ain't even faithful for what they believe in the world here. They're so deceptive now. You know? Let's read over that one more time. Okay.
And if I can say, like how you were saying last week, they don't give the Lord that credit.
No.
You understand?
That's right.
They go say that only things that happen is something natural, or just normal disasters on a regular basis that has just happened.
Yeah, they don't give the Lord that reference to say is the Lord do this. Two things they don't believe, and then they don't believe the Lord had the power to do that. You understand? They make the Lord look weak. But the Lord, the scriptures already mentioned that the Lord do all these things. Right? The Lord do all these things. All these things that happen is the Lord do it. The scriptures say the Lord do it wherever He please. In the kingdom of men. Right? That's something else. Oh, go ahead.
Alright. You say you know 4?
Yeah.
It says, 2 Corinthians 15 verse 4, it says, for all the unfaithful shall die in the unfaithfulness.
Yes, so all the unfaithful shall die in the unfaithfulness. And again, that is what we see. Because what? Today, everybody who are faithless. Say faith coming by the hearing of the word, and they're not coming to listen to this word. They're not coming to hear this word. They rather continue in the madness of doing, listen to what kind of abominable stuff. Stuff that not going to benefit them in no form or no fashion. You understand? They also they believe in all sorts of lies and so forth. Right? The things that benefit them is in here. That's what the scripture say. That the scripture say because I'm writing them on paper because they are faithful and true. So it was a turn to this word. You know? Like all of a sudden, all these things happening, you start to see people putting up scripture, scriptures. You know, this was written in the Bible, you know, this way. Yeah, it was written there, but you all do believe. Yeah. Even if they're putting up the scripture, they still do believe. You know? They still do believe. Right? So that was the scripture says them like in the unfaithfulness. Because they don't believe, they don't have faith in that. They don't have faith in these words. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, this is Sirach chapter 2, right? Verse 15. They that fear the Lord will not disobey His word.
Yes, so they that fear the Lord would not disobey His word. They would not. You understand? And that's the next thing too. They don't believe you have to fear the Lord. They don't believe in that. They just believe that they're continue just doing what they're supposed to do. Let's pay back a little bit. They just believe it. And whatever it is they want to believe in, whatever it is they want to do, they'll do. They don't believe that they fear the Lord. They always teach that the Lord is our Lord. We're not denying that. But the Lord deals with all sides of everything. You understand? The Lord deals with wrath, the Lord deals with jealousy. You understand? Come on. The Lord make all these emotions that you feel you're going through at this moment. And one of that is fear. But they don't believe you have to fear the Lord. They don't believe in that. They believe that they continue doing the wickedness that they want to continue in. You understand? Let's read it back over a moment. Start back. Yes, start back.
Yeah. This is Sirach chapter 2, verse 15.
Yeah.
They that fear the Lord will not disobey His word, and they that love Him will keep His ways.
So they that love Him will keep His ways, and that is you know who love the Lord by them that keep His ways. That is why like even all the things we do, we could prove to the scriptures because that is His ways. The things we do, the things we keep, the things we uphold to is because we know it there, it's written there. But if you ask like these other people, the churches, all of them that believe in the Bible, if you ask them that, hey, what is you doing? You can prove it from here. They can't. They can't. So that's yeah. You go. It's what?
Love.
Yeah, that is always one of the things. Love. Don't judge.
Yeah.
That is always one of the things.
Don't judge and love.
Yeah, because that is, they don't want nobody correct them about their wickedness.
Yeah.
You know. So that is why it say them that love the Lord will keep His ways, and keeping His ways is like a curse to them.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, that way it is.
Exactly.
That way it is.
Should the scriptures here does identify
Yeah.
what wickedness is that we
Yeah.
You understand?
Done. Is it?
Yeah.
Is it right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
Alright, this second just 15 verse 5 it say, behold, say the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction.
So when it said that, is the Lord saying that? That is what he will bring upon here. So when you see all these famine pestilences going on, these death and destruction going on, is the Lord bringing it? Why? Because of the wickedness that's going on. You understand? The Lord said this place go up, burn like an oven. That day ain't happened yet, and that was written in the old. Like how they like to see the old and everything done away with, but that day ain't happened yet. So what do you mean? That still have to come to pass. It still have to come to pass. Right? So let's read over that verse we know right there.
I can watch very John.
Yeah.
You want
The one with with Michael and Gabriel.
Right, when he did Tobago and he come down, and at the end of it, he was rewarded for being disobedient.
Yeah.
Okay, so you gave him what he wanted, I gave him what he needed.
Yeah.
I said,
That's that madness in the movie.
I said, wait.
Yeah, but watch that movie, Legion?
Look at that now.
Taking that time and it's not really thing, but take it, take it in now. How the concept, but what like you can disobey him now.
And a way like work out for you.
Yeah, you go work out for you now. You know?
Yeah, that was different, but
I really saw that option.
Alright, second just 15 verse 5 it said, behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction.
So that is what the Lord say he will bring upon this place. So the things you're seeing is what the Lord say he would bring. You're talking about a disease that could I was reading and I bring on my phone was to read something here. Alright, they say the killer coronavirus could be spread through the eyes. Could be spread through the eyes, you know. That is to show you how heavy it is, you know. It say it could be spread through the eyes. And it says Chinese doctor says he caught the SARS-like infection because he wasn't wearing protective goggles. You understand? And the first doctor who was seeing about the disease, he didn't come in and died. Come and die last night, I believe, or early this morning, he didn't come in and pass away. The one who was actually fighting the disease now. Right?
So if it was a contact, rub your eyes, infection. Somebody sneeze, get in your eyes, infection. Somebody talk and bowl, one of the little boulders fall in your eye.
Like even I was showing somebody, I say like, they're saying that's how it come from the back, right? From the back. Now let me show you this, right? But that's something digestive, you digest that. So let me just say, let's show you how this make these and so forth, right? They're eating back long time. They're eating back years. All of a sudden now the bad giving all there. Disease? No.
Chinese eat the most abominable things out here.
Yeah. All of a sudden the disease come from back. Yeah. All of a sudden now it's spreading easy.
No, because they was saying that because their stories that originally it started off in animals, but now because of the eating bats it's in humans now.
But eating bat long. I remember when I was in my 20s, going on 27, right? And I remember when I was young, like I took about 12 years, 11 years. I remember I had something called Banned from Asia.
I watched that.
Remember that? Right. So when you watch Banned from Asia, I remember they showing the Chinese eating bat and snake and thing.
Right.
So how could in the year 2020 now, and the years now we're talking about it, all of a sudden now in 2020 it passing through the bat. All of a sudden,
Asians have a delicacy where they just go on a mountain and get a particular vomit from some bird.
Yeah.
And they just use that to make soup.
Yeah.
Come on.
But they just more about a man on the wall. You understand? That deformity.
A different bird.
So good.
Right. Say verse 6, right? 2 15 verse 6. It say for wickedness had exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled.
Yeah, so wicked works are what? Are what?
Their hurtful works are fulfilled.
Yeah, the evil works that they do, it flood this whole place. You're talking about even if we know that in the past it didn't come from no bat. But just to say watching them eat bat and so forth, these heathens really gone. They're gone. They go a long time and that's bad to say now. You know, just even if we know that it isn't coming from no bat, that disease isn't spreading from no bat, we know that for sure. But even that they're saying that they're eating bat and we know they're eating bat, that's just showing how wicked this place is. How this that's what the Lord had already come and destroy these heathens on them. You understand?
And it's still getting worse.
And yeah, and it's still getting worse, and it will only get worse because I'm gonna bring a scripture here and show you. As I see that,
Imagine it possible for this place to still get worse than it is.
this is 2nd Ezra chapter 14 verse 16. It says, "For yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter." So as the brother was saying, that it will only get worse, is right. Because it's written that it would only get worse. It's written that it will only get worse. It says 2nd Ezra chapter 14 verse 16. It says, "For yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter." In a sense, so it say what? That evil shall increase. Evil shall abound. In a sense, so all these things it are worse to come. Bad stew and bad soup, it are worse than that. Right now they eating, they stick Chinese, they stick the dead bodies from the babies and cook them. It was a place in America that they legalized to cook dead bodies.
Like feet or something?
Yeah. Esau makes sausage out of human blood.
Yeah.
You understand? Like wickedness. Like wickedness. You understand? Right.
Alright, verse 7 it say, "Therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness." It say, "which they profanely commit." It say, "Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves." It say, "Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me."
So the Lord saying the innocent and righteous blood. Because the idea, okay, what you're seeing is the abundance of wickedness. Them that righteous will obviously speak against it.
Can.
You understand? Homosexuality, right? Homosexuality on the highest level. At this particular moment on the highest level, right? That is wickedness. So somebody that righteous in the spirit will see that and speak out against it. They wouldn't agree to it. They wouldn't come and say, well, hey, as they say in the church, don't judge. But what that is, if you ask them, well, show me the scripture, they say don't judge, they can't even bring it out fear. So you see, if the Lord speak against these things, you're supposed to speak against it. Because we're supposed to hear the things that the Lord hates.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It's going to say that Matthew say, the servant should be as his Lord.
Yeah.
What is it for? Luke 18 verse 7 it say, "And shall not the Most High avenge his own elect, which cry day and night unto him, though he bear along with them?"
And that's how spiritual it be. They say the Lord's own elect. The Lord's own elect. That's how, when I look up elect, it means a chosen few. It's them who go sigh and cry. The rest will just watch it go about and feel comfortable in the spirit that is what we are to accept.
Yeah.
You know, that is the world today, so we're to accept it. You understand? And that is wickedness. That is wickedness. Right.
He said, "The innocent and righteous blood cried unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually."
Yes, so the souls of the just complain continually. You see a righteous man dwelling among them vexes the spirit, vexes his righteous spirit. So what I mean, if somebody righteous, obviously you vex the spirit that you're seeing what is going on in any place today.
Yeah.
And you see, that is the next thing, everything is a laugh and a joke, especially for Trinidad. Like that disease, I just watching everybody laughing and they laughing and feeling it's like kicks. You know? The next big event they go on hold is what? Carnival. Right?
And you're already swine flu here.
Yeah, we already had the swine flu recently take our life when last week before. The swine flu take our life.
It was 14 or something.
Well, I'm having a program taping at the moment.
Yeah. No, you can ask, you can ask.
You can ask a question.
Well, I guess, what religious background you are from, if you don't mind?
Religious background.
It's not.
Or is it,
It's not. You wouldn't say religious, right? We would say we go straight to the Bible is. The Bible talk about a heritage, a people, you know.
Yes.
So it didn't say well, hey, be this religion or be this religion. It didn't say that. But what it did say, it did mention certain things that they're supposed to keep, that they're supposed to uphold And it's specifically talk about a people. It didn't say, well, okay, well, a religion, when you go back to the word religion, it just means a following. They separate in a different, and a small context for it. It just means
I
following.
grew up on that Christian belief and stuff like that, and I always I realized that Christ is the way and the truth and the life, and
Yeah.
you know, and so I think I'd always be interested in, you know, like,
Yeah, like
once I hear that has been picked up,
yeah, yeah, but yeah. Well, you see, it's a nice question you ask too, because many people believe in the religion more than the Lord.
Yes.
Yeah. Like for example, recently we had a pastor that had 38 million, right? Yeah, as you see that hit news all over.
Right.
But if you go like into the depths of it, he wasn't helping. He wasn't helping the members.
No.
He wasn't even doing these things. And you know what he talking about it? They still follow him. But give me Revelation 1 verse 3. You see, if they should do this, they would have known he was a false prophet. But I this
study the word for yourself, not
yeah.
Right.
You understand? No, the Lord set up teacher to teacher. But he is our explanation. Go ahead.
This is Revelation chapter 1, verse 3.
Yeah?
Blessed is he that readeth,
Yeah.
and they that hear the words of this
So
prophecy.
he said, blessed is the man that read it. And there is something they don't do. If you watch the TV programs, the masters and so forth, you know what they do? They start the Bible like this. And the pastor have the Bible like this, but he not even reading out that way to see. He open it to understand, but he might tell you something about how he did when.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
But what they don't do is blessed he that read it. Because if they didn't know about the tithes law, you would never be so rich. If they didn't only know the tithes law, you would never be
So
so.
what do you all have to say about the tithes? Because I'm hearing that it was abolished, I'm hearing that it's still activated. I don't know.
No, the tithes law, all the laws stand. All the laws stand. Except the blood, except the sacrificial law. The Messiah was the last, he was the ultimate sacrifice. He done, when he came and he was the sacrifice, he was the lamb, and he was sacrificed, the sacrificial law was done away with. Right? But the rest of the laws stand. Like how the churches teach you that the laws done away with. But they just keep the tithes law. So if they're teaching that the laws done away with, so why keep the tithes law? All should done away with. Correct. So as the tithes law, you know, take that? Yeah, go and take. Explain. You see, that's how we how they explain people. And majority of the people say, well, hey, you know, I just give it a clear mind, so it doesn't matter. No, but that's not the point. The point is that you have to know the truth. You know, that's the reason why. That even going back to what we did mention. We did bring on earlier in second Ezra. The Lord say, make these things be written in paper because they are faithful and true. So you have to turn to these words to know that, hey, well, yeah, this person say the right thing. This person teaching the right thing. Like we will teach, but everything we say, we know we can go into the word and find it. You know? Yeah, go ahead.
So this is Acts 17. Acts 17 verse 11, right? I'll start from verse 10. Acts 17 verse 10. They say, and the brethren immediately sent away Paul and Silas by the night unto Berea, who came thither, went into the synagogue of the Jews, right? They said these were more noble than those in Thessalonica, in that they received the word with all readiness of mind, right? So they received the word all readiness of mind, and searched the scriptures daily whether those things were true.
So even if somebody tell you what you're supposed to go and do is search it for yourself too. And that's something majority of people don't do. They don't search for themselves. One, they're lazy. Lazy is a heavy spirit. And I can't deny that. You can't deny that laziness is a heavy thing. I go look for it today. And when they reach them, they forget. Or they just, you know, well, by it is what it is, you know. That exists is spread in. But it says search the scriptures. There's something the Lord said to work out your salvation, your own salvation with fear and trembling.
So you all have like a church or something?
The church right here. We just come outside and we just speak. You know? So when you look at the word church go back to the word ecclesia, right? Which means to cry aloud. It say cry aloud. It didn't say a building.
Yeah.
You know? That what the word church means.
And
Cause
also so that the people is the church. You are the-
correct. Correct. See, the Lord, the scripture say, well, use the temple of the Lord. You understand? That's why we're supposed to keep ourselves in our order, we body in a good shape. You know, suppose that way you have fasting, you have, you know, things the Lord said not to eat, what not to do, you know. All these things are play, but again, they don't teach that. And that's the things that you're supposed to be keeping, things you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, but you didn't really show me anything on the tithes.
No, we're going to know, no going to know. But remember, we touch. That's it. You have it here, you know. You have it here, you know. Now you have it here.
Yeah, I wonder.
Yeah, well, go into that. Go into that.
So the Deuteronomy 14 verse 22, it said, "Thou shalt truly tithe all the increase of thy seed, that the field bringeth forth year by year." Right? It says, "And thou shalt eat before the Lord thy God in the place which he shall choose to place his name." You understand?
Yeah, if you could elaborate on that, because when you say place his name,
The place where the Lord actually chose to put his name was in Israel. You understand? That is the holy city. That's originally where we're supposed to dwell. Right?
but if, okay, let's say I want to pay my tithe. Where should I pay?
Well, I go on there now.
Okay, let's say I want to pay.
Yeah. Where that?
Alright. It say, place his name there. It said, "The tithe of thy corn, of thy wine, and of thy oil, and the firstlings of thy herd, and of thy flocks, that thou mayest learn to fear the Lord thy God always. And if the way be too long for thee, so that thou art not able to carry it, or if the place be too far for thee, which the Lord thy God shall choose to set his name there, it say, when the Lord thy God hath blessed thee, it said, then shalt thou turn it into money, and bind up the money in thine hand, and thou shalt go unto the place which the Lord thy God shall choose, and thou shalt bestow that money for whatsoever thy soul lusteth after."
So if you could not make the trip to go and pay the tithes, what you're supposed to do with your own money is buy it up in your hand and buy whatever it is you're so pleased to buy. Whatever it is you need. You understand? Now if you're feeling to give, nothing wrong with that. Because even if you go to the Acts, the people used to give the apostles and the money. You know? But
So in other words, okay, I have my tithes, I want to pay.
yeah.
You say in my hand, I could choose if I want to give anybody then.
Yes, it's whatever it is you please to do with your money, that is on you. You know? That is on you. That is nothing. You're not, because at the end of the day, even when you go to the Levites, the Levites are supposed to collect the tithes. Not anybody. Not Pastor Coffee, it's the Levites. And at the end of the day, would you know who's a Levite today? No, you wouldn't know. But according to the chart, there you would know. But still, when you go to the law, it's the Levites are supposed to collect the tithes, right? So they bring on the tithes, they use the tithes, but it's still in giving any full fuck ahead that the Levites are supposed to collect it. Now that if you can't make the trip and so forth, you buy. Read the back over one more time, man. That last piece. Read it all along.
Say, and if the way be too long for thee,
Yeah.
so that thou art not able to carry it, or if the place be too far for thee from thee, which the Lord thy God shall choose to set his name there, it said, when the Lord thy God hath blessed thee, then shalt thou turn it into money, and bind up the money in thine hand, and shalt go unto the place which the Lord thy God shall choose,
Yeah.
and thou shalt bestow that money for whatsoever thy soul lusteth after.
Whatever your soul lost for after. You know, you buy up your money and you could buy whatever it is you want. You give whatever it is you feel to do with the money. It's on you.
Let me go down a minute.
Yeah, go down.
It say for oxen, or for sheep, or for
Yeah.
wine, or for strong drink,
Or for what?
or for strong drink.
Because at the end of the day, it's your money. If you feel to drink a little wine, you feel to buy a little oxen, a little cow to eat, you feel to do this, you feel to, with your money, it's you. That's on you. You know? You don't have to, like they show you that in the church you have to give 10% of your monthly salary. Where that is in the scriptures? It's not there.
No, that was to the Levites.
You understand?
10% of the earning was actually to the Levites.
Yeah, but the 10%, they say 10% to bring out from your wages, from your monthly. But
I
it
know,
was the 10th.
I think it's
It was the 10th.
1/10.
It was
1/10 of your earnings.
So like it was the 10th of your supplement.
Yeah.
You know? 1, 2, 3 and you'll go to the 10th. But this you're not telling that with your money, right? Whereby it is you're so pleased for you want to drink, you take a little wine, super wine, you want to buy a little cow, you know, thing, have a little crop, whatever it is, that is on you. You know?
If I could tell you something,
Right.
it would be like for example, how we would do it, right? I guess in that way trying to figure out, right? How we would do it. No, I just keep talk about, you see people used to help the apostles. They have brothers who just send, they'll send some to the apostles. You know, because they are the ones that teach us this way. You understand? Or it's our brothers who would take the money and they would give charity. Like they would feed the poor. You know, like say if you feel they say like you need to do something to give back, you know, like some people had a feeling like they need to give back or they need to do something good with it, they could do things like that. Like feed the poor or do something of goodwill. You understand?
Anything you want to do with whatever money it is, yeah. You want to feed the poor. Yeah. You want to feed the poor, you do that. You know? You want to do that. Because plenty of these churches, what it is they don't get taxed. So they make a money on top of money and they keep it for like that $38 million. There's proof to show that they keep their money for themselves. They don't do anything with it.
That's a lot of money.
That's 38 million, you know, it's 38 million. And I just from where
you know, you
from
can
where you know
give the members little loans and things to like going out and distress a little.
yeah.
I'm not saying I know.
Oh, even from what I was saying is that somebody come, like people who was in the churches before, like I was saying an instance, like somebody houses burned down and they went by him for help now, right? And he tell them at all, you know what, give me 1,000 and we go pray for him. He didn't even help them. And they say at that point in time they didn't even know he had a bomb. That everything that come out now, all the people who leave the churches is like there's a reason why they know why they leave. You know? Because 38 million, you can have more than enough to help. Them not even give back to the poor. And then not even give back to the poor. That's something you're supposed to do. The Lord say help the
Let me tell you
needs
something.
and so
If you go
forth.
to that church or that man at church, you're supposed to be getting them lunch. You understand what I'm saying?
Sticking you.
Juice, transportation. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Hey, I work in some place. Little work where us do like little events and so forth, right? And I went on a church in South. Yeah, I telling you, brother. You see from this orange building, you're going back to the police station. That is the village to the church, you know. The church actually have a village, you know. Hospital day, I think so. This year, that day. And they go in the church, yeah, they pay. When we hear, like, we working in it. We just working in it, but we just asking people, you know. They say 10%, you know, when they pay car, they get 10% their money and thing and elevator in the church. But the Lord said, you know, see hard thing about it? Is that when you read our pastor, our preacher is supposed to be, he's not even supposed to be like that. A preacher and a pastor is supposed to be seen, he's supposed to be outside here. He's supposed to be outside there, you know what, warning the people, telling them, like, hey, this is what is going to come. The scripture says he said watchmen, and that is what them supposed to be, a watchman. Tell the people that, hey, the Lord say he go bring the plagues, the Lord say he go bring pestilences, the Lord say he go do this, but they're not even doing that.
See them preaching prosperity.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You see the Isaiah 56 verse 10. It say his watchmen are blind.
Is what?
His watchmen are blind.
And when you say he said watchmen, right? If I show you watch war movies, right?
Yeah,
You know there's a watchman on top of the tower, and he had a scope. He had a scope every night until morning, until he switch it into our next watchman. He can't take a rest. He had to watch to make sure that no danger can come into the kingdom and so forth. That is what the Lord set up. That is what the Lord said. He said watchmen, right? But these watchmen here, they're blind. You know? Well,
It says watchmen are blind.
Yeah.
They are all ignorant.
now, so okay, if you have a watchman watching your place and he's blind, you go pay him there? He make no sense. You know? Go ahead.
It says they are all dumb dogs.
They are dumb dogs. So, alright, let me say you living in a bad neighborhood. And your dog now is the one who coming in the yard. But your dog dumb. You can't back. But you keep your dog outside? Go ahead.
It says they cannot bark.
Yeah?
Sleeping, lying down, loving to slumber.
That is what they do. They love to slumber. That is what these pastors and they love to do. Love to slumber. The things, watch all the things that are going on in the world. Sure, he does watch news. Sure about that. You know what news?
Yeah.
Right. You read the papers and so forth. How we does do that? You're seeing diseases. You're seeing that disease that it hit China, the coronavirus. You're seeing locusts in Africa right now. Locusts swarm Africa right now, eating all the crops. Earthquake happened in Turkey last
But
night.
that locusts are eating all the crops. According to the Bible, right? But they eat it, is it true?
Yeah,
that same locust?
yeah.
Well,
They
then
could-
what they,
locust
what,
after
what,
his
what,
time.
so then that what they consider to be bad, they could totally did that good and
Yeah, but the difference is this:
I
a locust, you will eat one, but when they come in by the millions, it's like a plague.
yeah.
We just have the normal grasshopper in the forest down here, the big grasshoppers and the right. You ever saw us eat out fields? So imagine a swarm of locusts coming. That is clean out stuff in it. A swarm of locusts don't when them if you have a corn and a swarm of locusts coming, your corn gone in it. That's how bad it is, isn't it? Yeah, so you can eat it, but you know it is when you see a million coming.
Not only that, but most people don't even have the knowledge that they could eat something like that.
Yeah.
Even try it.
Yeah, but John come eating what? Locusts and honey?
Say verse 11, they say they are all greedy dogs.
The what?
They are all greedy dogs.
Greedy dogs. Go ahead.
They say which can never be, which can never have enough.
Which can never have enough. The greedy, when somebody greedy, they always want. They always think, just remember, you're passing the basket and you just 20 times.
Yeah.
But then there's something that was never written.
You see who had big.
That was never written. That was never written. So that what the Lord said, oh, they're greedy dogs.
And that is other than the tithes, eh?
Yeah.
Other than the tithes,
that's-
just passing
yeah.
the basket.
So they're collecting tithes plus they're collecting on a daily service. The scripture say, buy this fruit and sell it not. The scripture say, buy this fruit and sell it not. Like Proverbs 23 verse 23.
I'm asking this. If you go to church, like how I just go to church,
Yeah.
well, right now I just play the guitar.
Yeah.
Right, and go to church in the back by me, in Palace.
Yeah.
But now that you know the truth, with the tithes and things concerned, because they always asking for tithes in the church.
Yeah.
Should you depart from such an association?
Of-
Or should you? Because this is the question now.
Yeah.
And what is your take on the Sabbath?
Yeah, you have to keep the Sabbath. You have to keep the Sabbath, you know. But the Sabbath is not Saturday to Sunday. How you just keep the Sabbath?
Well, according to the Bible, the Sabbath is the 7th day of the Lord. Right? Okay?
Yeah.
Now, the church I go to, not because you're having worship on that day, it means that you have to keep the Sabbath. The Sabbath has to do with not working.
Yeah.
Right?
That lost in Sabbath.
Yeah, that was, yeah.
Right? What I want to know is, a church that asking for tithe, will it be a blessing to you? Or will it be, if you understand what I say?
I will answer that one first and then we'll jump to the Sabbath after.
I
We'll
hope
do
I-
one by one.
No,
There's
that is the work we're
There's
supposed to
we
do.
job, yeah.
That is what we're supposed to do. You ask a question. The scripture said be ready to be always ready to give an answer.
That's what you're out here for.
So when you come with the question, we had to be learned to give your answer. You know? This one you want to touch on first?
We say if you should stay in an establishment like that.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
So this is Isaiah 8 verse 20, right? So the Isaiah 8 verse 20, it says to the law and to the testimony, right, which pertains to this, right? It says if they speak not according to this word, as in how this scripture tells you to do things, how you're supposed to do according to the Lord's sake. They say it is because there is no light in them. And that light goes back to the understanding. You understand? So if you realize that what they say and what they're doing is contrary to the scriptures, then you shouldn't follow them.
There are no light in them.
Because in Jeremiah it said he will give you pastors according to his own heart.
That's right.
No, it have pastors and it have pastors according to the Lord's heart, which is a difference, right?
Because let me go to the Messiah days, right? You had the Messiah and his team, right? And his team, which
So
will be the apostles.
they should not be asking for tithes.
No, it's not that they shouldn't be asking, it's how they do it.
How they're doing it with the tithes.
How they're doing it with the tithes.
Well, after the service, you say, well, if you have your tithes and offering, you're free to
And you collect the tithes every service?
Well, after every service, you always say, well, if you have your tithes and offering, you could drop.
Nah,
Pretty much you can.
Yeah, pretty much you can.
So I don't.
And they
But
match it.
then they just emphasize and praise it for. You know, and,
That'll make a difference.
if
even America, when you watch the president, when you go on the photo, what they say, and the little thing is go up, God bless America. And do they care anything about God? Not just because somebody say God, that means scripture say yet they will lean on the Lord and say Micah. Is Micah looking? Oh, read Micah first.
Like Micah 8, no,
Micah 3, verse 11.
Yeah. 10, you start from 10 or 9.
Then I'll go to the Matthew. Then I'll go to the Matthew 10. Right, there's Micah 3, I'll start from 10. Right? It said they build up Zion with blood and Jerusalem with iniquity. Right? It said the heads thereof judge for reward. And the priests judge, and the priests thereof teach for hire. And the prophets thereof divine for money. They're not teaching you these things for you to get better, for you to get closer to the Lord. They're teaching these things because they want you to keep coming back and paying them money. You is their job. You see like how, for example, you'll see like how Carnival coming, right?
Right.
You realize most artists when they're singing a song, they say, we out there. You understand? We coming out. You understand? We not staying home. Why it is the pushing that vibration? Because once you come out, they get paid. You understand? It's like a scheme. It's like a doctor. If a doctor does a patient, so he can make money. You understand? So they just do things, and there's actually trying to keep you in a sinful state, so that you will continue to be depressed, continue to be far from the Lord, continue to be going through tribulation and hard time. And that will always have you keep coming back to them and spending your money with hope that someday it will actually fix. You understand? So it come like your car not working, and instead of changing the engine, they just put a plaster on it. And you want to keep coming back to it over and over. That is a system for them. It's a money-making thing for them. It's not something that they're trying to fix, because when somebody is fixed, you don't have much clients. You understand? Yeah. But you don't have a plenty of clients, things that remain broken. Like when the brothers say, whenever by dentist and they fix your child teeth, let's get child lollipop. When the lollipop is what is rotten teeth in the first place.
Yeah.
You understand the concept?
Yeah.
It's something like that, right? Right, I'll read over the Micah, right? It said the heads thereof judge for reward, and the priests thereof teach for hire, and the prophets thereof divine for money. Yet will they lean upon the Lord and say, is not the Lord among us? You understand? None evil can come upon us. That is what I would say. They will use the Lord, you understand? But they will use him what deceitfully. And they will use the Bible deceitfully, because they're not trying to teach people, they're trying to tell you who you are as a people, where you're supposed to be and not supposed to be doing according to the scriptures. Because when you look at the scripture says an example, you understand? The scriptures say in Romans, they say all things are written, aforetime are written for your learning. You understand? So if you actually if you're supposed to be going through the scriptures and learning the things to do and not to do, and you have perfect examples in the scriptures of what happened to people when they didn't do these things. You understand?
Yeah.
And that way you're supposed to be following. But they doesn't teach you that. They don't teach the scripture say the fear of the Lord is taught by the precepts of men.
Even, I just want to go back to something here, when the Lord did mention in Deuteronomy, right? That you say you choose a place that the Lord would, the temple, right? So this was second, if you can remember that in Deuteronomy 14 for man, because he did act.
Yeah, and I forget which part of place it was so like
As I just touched back on it.
it's so long I didn't bring number on that one. Deuteronomy 14 verse 23, right? Deuteronomy 14:23. It says, and thou shalt eat before the Lord thy God in the place which he shall choose to place his name there.
So his name was placed, let us go to, this is 2 Chronicles 7 verse 11. Yeah. It says, thus Solomon finished the house of the Lord and the king house, and all that come into Solomon's heart to make the house of the Lord and his own house, he shall prosperly effected. Right? And the Lord appeared unto Solomon. And that was just to show you what the house was. You know?
You have a next one too, I say it.
Yeah.
They say, but Israel is where I place my name, and David, the king over them.
I have a lot to put down, and thanks for the
That one more, we didn't answer for yet. One of them was pertaining to if you should stay there, and the other one was pertaining to the Sabbath. Don't forget that one.
okay.
Sabbath one. Right? So here are some answers pertaining to their situation, but you didn't get the Sabbath yet. Now the Sabbath, originally, it was a day of what? It was a day of rest, right? You're supposed to stay home. You're supposed to do any work. You understand? You wouldn't cook on that day, you wouldn't take a journey and go somewhere. But how we does it determine the Sabbath is what you're trying to find out. Alright.
Oh, nah, I have it here. Salah.
What is that? The same one?
Yeah, this is 2 Chronicles 6 verse 6.
6:6.
Yeah, 6:6. It says, but I have chosen Jerusalem that my name might be there, and have chosen David to be over my people Israel.
Right.
So Jerusalem was the place was chosen to go there, and say the place ties that they will have to go. You know, Jerusalem was the place.
Okay.
You know? So that,
No, when it comes to the Sabbath now, the Sabbath originally, according, if you research it yourself, you'll see Sabbath was done based on what we call the lunar calendar. Right? The lunar calendar is how the Sabbath was actually kept. That is how we actually used to know when the month used to start. Like in modern times now, the calendar we use is what? It's called the Julian calendar, right?
When is the Sabbath?
Gregorian calendar.
When is your the Sabbath?
What Sabbath is right?
Sabbath is right.
But it's not because it's Friday, not because it's Saturday. Not because of that.
It come in yesterday, and it's finishing this evening. So it'll be from one evening to the next evening.
Okay.
But it's not Friday to Saturday like how everybody else has keep it. The reason why Paul said is because when you look at the word month, it means moon. Right? And when you look up when the Lord says 7 days, Monday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Saturday, Sunday, and only weekdays that you know now, that wasn't written back then. How they used to keep it was by the moon. They used to keep the Sabbath by the moon. How you know that? It's because the scriptures mention what? The new moons and so forth. I want to say that. Yeah, go ahead. Because the word Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all these things, they come from pagan gods. They come from pagan gods. Right?
So when is my next Sabbath? If today is
No, this Sabbath coming here is the new Sabbath, which will be the new month.
right.
You understand? So the Sabbath for this month, right? Like how we will keep it, it will be from Friday to Friday evening to Saturday evening. But last month's Sabbath was from Wednesday evening to Thursday, right?
Okay.
So like,
Use the scripture now, I don't know. I don't know exactly where it is. It's in 1 Samuel.
which one you want to? For Samuel 20 to 27.
2027, that self.
Yeah, you bring it up. Because you see, there's a heavy concept that was taught from pagan worship, the Saturday to Sunday Sabbath, that they keep in every month. That was a heavy pagan worship. Friday, any day that they keep in like straight, like you want to keep it Friday to Saturday, Saturday to Sunday, is pagan worship. Right. Because your months go by the moon. The word month actually go back to the word moon. It's a lunar, you know. But
Right. What's I to start with?
we'll go straight to the point.
Now, I want to go to like how I say on the first day. Anyway, I'll go to this quick point.
Yeah.
Yesterday on 1 Samuel 20, verse 27, it say, and it came to pass on the morrow. Nah, not that one. I'm going to start on. I'll start from 24, right? 1 Samuel 20:24. It says, so David hid himself in the field. If you know the story, is when Saul wanted to kill him, right? And when the new moon was come, the king sat down to eat meat. So the new moon is also past this day. But the new moon is also what determines the first day of the month. Originally, that's how they used to keep these things, right? When the new moon came in, that's when you know the month starts. You understand? So you say he sat down on the new moon, right? To eat meat, right? It say, and the king sat upon his seat, and as at other times, even upon the seat by the wall, and Jonathan arose, and Abner sat by Saul's side, and David's place was empty. So you realize David wasn't there, he kept hiding from him. So Saul was waiting for him to come. When he knew moon did come, and it was a feast day, to kill him when he see him. But he knew what was going to happen, and he hid himself, right? It said, nevertheless, Saul spake not anything that day. It said, for he thought something had befallen him. he is not clean, surely he is not clean. So you are saying, well, David not clean, that's why he didn't come out the first day when he feasted everybody. It say, and it came to pass on the morrow, which is right, the morrow, which is tomorrow, which was the second day of the month. So you see, they could class the new moon as the first day, and the next day, which the class as the second day of the month, right? That David's place was empty. And Saul said unto Jonathan, his son, wherefore cometh now thou the son of Jesse to meet, neither yesterday nor today. So in the scripture give you example that this is the second day of the month. And
when he mentioned, he said the first day was what? When the new moon come in. Remember that in the Psalms, the Psalms? Yeah. But let's hear this last one.
This is Psalms 104, verse 19. He appointed the moon for seasons.
So the Lord appointed the moon for seasons, right? But
Right. The sun knoweth his going down.
yeah, and the sun knows it is going down. So he appointed the moon for seasons. So like how you will tell you're going into this season, or you're going into this month, or you're going into this month. He knew it by the moon. The moon is what is telling. Not a man telling you Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and when they go back to the days itself, Thursday go back to Thor, Monday go back to I think it's more something like that. It is to a pagan god, and then when they keep in the Sabbath consistently from Saturday to Sunday, go back to Sunday worship, which go back to Saturnalia worship. So you don't know all these things. This is what we call pagan worship. But the Lord, when you go to the scriptures, the Lord says He appointed the moon for seasons, to tell time and so forth.
You know, this concept is real.
It's different.
It's different, but it's the truth. It is the truth. And it just show you that how, man just going the wrong way, something else.
because people set them up to train you wrong.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Messiah slavery.
I want more.
Like I had to start back over from scratch now.
The Lord said,
Everything that I've been taught, other kind of,
the Lord said,
we had the same
we are the same concept. We are the same thing. The Lord said, enter into the kingdom of heaven, you want to become a child again. You understand? You want to be born again. When they say born again, starting over, you know. But the thing is, and when it's starting over, it becomes like a change in the life. You're not supposed to go and do anything wrong, this and that. You know, I want much to prepare for you on the moon. And then, this is Ecclesiasticus chapter 43. No, I know if you know about the book of the Apocrypha. You ever hear about the Apocrypha?
faintly, yes, but not in my memory right now. I don't want to lie.
There is an important book in the Bible that they take out. Now, if it was my Bible here, it have all the books together.
It have the Apocrypha right there.
Everything, yeah.
They could read.
Right, what, that King James?
King James, yeah.
You could read and research and you'll
my Bible would have it there.
No.
In the original KJV,
Yeah,
in the original
1611.
1611, it was there, and then some years after they took it
What
out.
is this book is about?
That is scriptures.
It's just books that they took out from it.
You don't mind, Father?
Yeah, you go ahead now. After you done, I will read this one in.
If you do research on your Apocrypha,
It's the same Ecclesiasticus.
no, Ecclesiastes and Ecclesiasticus is different. Ecclesiastes goes up to I think about 12 chapters.
You get I think majority of the brothers buy it in a place in Tongue, a bookstore in Tongue. This is I think it's the bookstore somewhere around where's called the big church again? Somewhere around that street. Huh?
You're going to this one and then you're going to that one. How we going to go?
No, all of them is supposed to be one in one book, you know. But because they're just separate because of how certain Bibles are made.
Yeah.
You understand?
How certain what did you do?
How certain.
This here? This here will teach you certain things that the scripture say from precept to precept, right? Isaiah 28. This here have precepts that coincide with the precepts in the old and the new. Because all the things here, the reason why the churches take out the Apocrypha because Sirach himself prophesied about the church, how they was going on, how they was going to use the sun to make them look at the Messiah and so forth. That here That here.
Wisdom of Solomon has.
Wisdom of Solomon, yeah.
And there's a second, it's just prophecies that they don't want you to see.
You
You know
don't
that
have
way?
one phone number, but if I want to ask something, I don't want to be a blessed son of my God. No, I don't
Nah,
know.
you got my whole thing, you know.
If you had WhatsApp, that'll be much more.
That's it's my number now because I really want to know the truth and thing, and you know, I don't want to disturb all at the wrong time. My time when
No, well, we, as I said, we'll be here
the name is Dion.
Dion. We, you know, this is what the Lord said we are here for. The Lord said we are
It's like a child right now because everything that I thought I knew is like, and the thing about it is, right, so the name is,
Yeah, I get that name because the next name I'll have to
Paul.
pronounce. Huh?
We put it as Patrick.
Just like we
Patrick.
alright, okay.
If
Sylvia,
you think
like,
too,
you know.
we just be outside here, you can just say,
But
you
the
see
thing
outside
about it
here.
is, it is the truth you're speaking, it is the truth. You know, so it's nice knowing you all and thing, and
That's how one more you
so
feel.
every Saturday,
Yeah. I want one more piece of effort before you go. There's second Ezra. There's Ecclesiasticus chapter 43. I'm gonna go straight to the point. Verse 6, right? Verse 6. It says, He made the moon also to serve in her season for a declaration of times, a sign of the world. From the moon is a sign of feast. From the moon is a sign of feast, a light that decreases in a perfection. Listen to this, huh? Now, wait, listen to this good. Verse 8. It said the month is called after her name. It said increasing wonderfully in her changing, being an instrument of the armies above, shining in the firmament of heaven. And that's the moon. So that is to show you how the moon take a place, and as brother said, the new moon is going your conference a feast day, but that's the first day of the month.
And if I can also say, see how you say the moon is called by her name? If you go and you Google the etymology of the word month, you'll see moon.
You'll see moon.
That is where the word month actually came from.
And you can find the 12 months, or it was called in the Bible. In the Bible.
Right. The first month was a bib.
Yeah. Then you have Pearl and so forth. You know? And
nice meeting you all.
yeah.
Yeah, man.
Well, it seemed like I might have to come out on the road and strum a little bit and thing. You know?
Yeah, man, yeah.
That was nice.
Yeah. You know, but let's read over that one more time. It says, basically, Ecclesiasticus chapter 43, verse 8. It says, and the month is called after her name, increasing wonderfully in her changing, being an instrument of the armies above, shining in the firmament of heaven. You understand? So that's how important the moon is. You know, the moon shows us that the signs and all these things. We stop it and talk about it. Let's continue.
No, I might stop it from our.
Oh,
That's
I
now
think
first
so.
of all.